am I giving disaster? Speed away from the holy mind. Pride, that's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from my hot California, I forgot how you looked like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. All the memories just lingers on repeat like it is never gonna stop. I can't help myself from feeling all alone, but you got me good, oh, you got me good.
Hello everybody, welcome to the virtual quiz. Happy Easter, hope you're having a fantastic time wherever you are. All of us in lockdown at the moment, but we're all finding our own way to have fun, aren't we? Thanks to everyone that's already in the chat, and I'm sure you've done these things before. We're pretty much quiz mad in this nation, aren't we? But we're going to play a virtual quiz now. So how does it work? All you need is a pen and paper. Just need a pen and a paper. It's pretty straightforward. You don't need any more than that, or some other way of writing it down. Could be a iPhone or anything you like. It's just for fun. I know you could Google it. I know you could go and look up all the answers, but that would take away the fun. So whoever you're playing with, just play for bragging rights, etc., etc., and should have a lot of fun today. So my name's John Edwards. We've literally just started this. Hopefully it grows. We're going to be streaming twice a week, so Sunday at 8 o'clock and Wednesday at 8 o'clock as well. So there should be plenty of streams for you to get in on, and I'll try and upload a little bit more often as well if we can. Okay, if you want to get in the chat as well, I'll try and get as many people up as I can as well, and throughout also with the chat as well. I know you can put the answers in there, try not to. I know it's difficult, I know it's tempting, but if you want to disable that, I'll just pull up how to do that now. disabling the, not that one, sorry, this one. This is how you disable the chat. So you can also maximize the window in whatever it is that you're watching. That'll take away the chat as well if it's getting on your nerves, etc., etc. Okie doke. Right, so format is 5 rounds. General knowledge is the first round, music and films the second round, and third round is sports round. Don't worry, it's not too hard. I hate sports. I'm not really into it myself. And I've been to some pub quizzes where you simply, I can't get one answer right. But it's pretty straightforward. It's fairly generic, so don't get put off by that. We'll have a break there. And then it's the next round is food and drink and science and technology. So 5 rounds, 10 questions in each. They're all fairly straightforward. I've tried to get it so that it's not ridiculous. Again, I've been to some pub quizzes where I'm sat there just going, I don't know any of the answers to this. So I guess it's about the chase or something like that. It's not like eggheads or anything like that. It's all fairly straightforward. I hope you get on with it, no problem. What I'll do is at the end of each round, I'll give you the answers, and then we can go through it, and you can tot it up, pop it in the chat as well. I'll try and get as many people up as we can. Try and keep this as interactive as we can. Probably starting around about 4 or 5 minutes, just allow everybody to get in. But yeah, that's the format. Also, has anyone got any Netflix recommendations or Amazon Prime? Because I'm pretty much completed it by now, and I know that I've picked up some pretty obscure ones in the past. Fleabag was one. It's not one for the kids, but it was really, really funny. That was like one of those little finds that somebody said you maybe haven't seen it, and that was really good. Also, Taken with Steven Spielberg. It was about 2002. It's quite dated now, but it was really, really good. I mean, that's about 10 hours sorted of your day, because I know a lot of us are looking for things to do. Also, have you found any new hobbies, or are you taking up any new hobbies, or are you learning any new skills? I'd be really interested to hear about that. So pop in there. So Ellie says can't read it. I'll get rid of that now. Ellie Pilgrim says she can't read it. Excellent. Right, so we'll just wait 1 more minute and then we'll get into the show. If you're watching this after the event, I'll put the links in the description below so that you can forward straight to the beginning of the stream. I used to do pub quizzes when we were at university. It was great fun. It was a highlight of everybody's week. We actually filled out the university bar on a Sunday night, which is pretty rare. But I know quizzes traditionally are on a Sunday. So Adam Ellard there is saying Bloodline is a recommendation, and we've got another one here. The Stranger. Sorry. A Stranger on, one sec. That's from Richard Nat Barrett. The Stranger on Netflix is very good. Adam's also saying, this one I've seen, Tiger King. That was amazing. And if you actually watch Louis Theroux, I've pretty much watched all of Louis Theroux's back catalogue now. But he doesn't come across as bad as Netflix. I think Netflix did a little bit of a number on Joe Exotic there. But I mean, Louis actually showed him, I think, in a little bit more of a fair light. Let's have a look. Got another one here. Carol Bloody Baskin. Is that a recommendation? I'm not too sure. But anyway, like I say, we'll just go through round one. If you've got your pens and papers ready, I'm not sure how you're watching this, whether it's through Zoom or through Houseparty, etc. But I'll just bring up the first one now. So we'll start the quiz now. So the first round, it's general knowledge. Again, not too hard. Let me know if you think where the difficulty level is, and if anything else that you want to see as well. So I want to hear good feedback as well. I don't want to hear good feedback. I want to hear bad feedback as well as good feedback. So let me know what it is that you like. Great. So questions 1, pens and papers at the ready. Okay. How many hearts does an octopus have? I'll give you an idea. It's not more than one. Easy. So how many hearts does an octopus have? So you write the answer to that. Question 2. Mario originated in what classic video game before Super Mario Brothers? Mario originated in what classic video game before Super Mario Brothers? Question number 3. What group of animals are called a flink? Bonus point if you can name the number as well. What group of animals are called a flink? Bonus point if you can name the number. So question number 4. On a set of standard playing cards, which king does not have a moustache? On a set of playing cards, which king does not have a moustache? So question number 5. What breed of dog is Snoopy from the cartoon strip Peanuts? What breed of dog is Snoopy from the cartoon strip Peanuts? I'm not sure if Snoopy's still going. I haven't seen it in years, actually. Question number 6 then. What video game featured the first ever Easter egg? Now, if you don't know what an Easter egg is, it's like a hidden area in the game or something that you can find. Tesla Model X, for example, that has an Easter egg. You can get the car to dance if you know the correct key sequence. So what was the first ever video game to have an Easter egg or feature the first Easter egg? It's a slightly tricky one, but if you know it, you know it. That's from my tech thing. So I tried to chuck a couple of Easter themed questions in there for you today, with it being Easter Sunday, obviously. Question number 7. Between what 2 dates does Easter always fall? Between what 2 dates does Easter always fall? So question number 8. The idea of the Easter Bunny originated in the 1700s. What country did it originate? So the idea of the Easter Bunny originated in the 1700s. But which country did it originate? So question number 9. What was the name of the hill where Jesus was crucified? What was the name of the hill where Jesus was crucified? And question number 10, finally, for round 1. How many keys does a standard piano have? How many keys does a standard piano have? Brilliant. So that's the end of round 1. I'll just give you the answers, not the answers, I'll just give you the questions all again in case you don't know them. How many hearts does an octopus have? Question 1. Question 2. Mario originated in what classic video game before Super Mario Brothers? Question number 3. What group of animals are called a flink? Bonus point if you can name the number. Question 4. On a set of playing cards, which king does not have a moustache? Question number 5. What breed of dog is Snoopy from the cartoon strip Peanuts? What video game featured the first Easter egg? Between what 2 dates does Easter always fall? The idea of the Easter Bunny originated in the 1700s. What country did it originate? What was the name of the hill where Jesus was crucified? And how many keys does a standard piano have? Okay, so the answer to question number 1, how many hearts does an octopus have? It's 3. 2 branchial hearts that pump blood through each of the gills, and the third is a systemic heart that pumps blood throughout the whole body. There you go. What Mario originated in what classic video game before Super Mario Brothers? It was Donkey Kong. What group of animals are called a flink? Bonus point if you can name that number. It's 12 or more cows. On a standard set of playing cards, which king does not have a moustache? It's the King of Hearts. Question number 5. What breed of dog is Snoopy from the cartoon Peanuts? He's a beagle. What video game featured the first Easter egg? It was Adventure, and that was popularised by the movie game Ready Player One by Steven Spielberg. Game released on the Atari 2600 in 1979. He had the first Easter egg, which is his name hidden in the title. Sorry. Between what 2 dates does Easter always fall? 22nd of March and the 25th of April. The idea of the Easter Bunny originated in Germany. And how many keys does stand-up piano have? 88. Great. So we'll just move on in a second to round number 2. So if you just want to get yourself ready, let's just prep this up. So round number 2 is music and film. So what was the first music video ever played on MTV? What was the first music video ever played on MTV? Question number 2. On IMDb, what is the highest rated film of all time? On IMDb, what is the highest rated film of all time? Question number 3. What hospital does a TV show Grey's Anatomy take place in? What hospital does the TV show Grey's Anatomy take place in? If you're a Grey's Anatomy fan, that's going to be an easy one. Obviously, here's one for most people. You can't have a quiz without a Harry Potter question. In Harry Potter, what is the name of the only bank in the Wizarding world? In Harry Potter, what is the name of the only bank in the Wizarding world? Sorry, I don't think I gave the Jesus answer looking at that. The name of the hill where Jesus was crucified, it was Golgotha. Sorry, apologies. So question number 5. Who is the lead singer of the band Pearl Jam? Who is the lead singer of the band Pearl Jam? Question number 6. Which rock legend's real name is William Bailey? Which rock legend's real name is William Bailey? Question number 7. Which rock band had a brief but memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007? Which rock band had a brief but memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007? Question number 8. Which famous music group were formerly known as the New Yardbirds? Slightly tricky one, this. Which famous music group were formerly known as the New Yardbirds? Question number 9. Who is the author and screenwriter of the film The Green Mile? Who is the author and screenwriter of the film The Green Mile? And question number 10. What was Marilyn Monroe's name at birth, or a given name before she changed it to Marilyn Monroe? What was Marilyn Monroe's name at birth? Brilliant. So I'll just go through the questions again. So what was the first music video ever played on MTV? On IMDb, what is the highest rated film of all time? Question 2. Question 3, what hospital does the TV show Grey's Anatomy take place? Question 4, in Harry Potter, what is the name of the only bank in the wizarding world? Question 5, who's the lead singer of the band Pearl Jam? Which rock legend's name is William Bailey? Which rock band had a brief but memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007? Which famous music group were formerly known as the New Yardbirds? And who is the author and screenwriter of the film The Green Mile? Question 9. And question number 10, what was Marilyn Monroe's name at birth? Okay, so the answer to question 1 then, that was Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. Quite apt really, isn't it? That's it. Number 1. So question number 2, on IMDb, what was the highest rated film of all time? Shawshank Redemption with 9.2. Question number 3, what hospital does the TV show Grey's Anatomy take place in? That's Seattle Grace Hospital. I'm not sure, is that still going? I tried to watch it, but I couldn't get into it. In Harry Potter, what is the name of the only bank in the wizarding world? It's Gringotts Wizarding Bank, and it holds the distinction of being the only one openly catering to wizards, obviously. Who's the lead singer of the band Pearl Jam? Question number 5, that's Eddie Vedder. Formed in Seattle, Washington, 1990. Mike McCready's lead guitar, Stone Gossard on rhythm, and Jeff Ammon on the bass. Question number 6, which rock legend's name is Will Bailey? That's Axl Rose. And question number 7, which rock band had a brief but memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007? That was Green Day. Question number 8, which famous music group was formerly known as the New Yardbirds? That was Led Zeppelin. 1968, they changed their name to Led Zeppelin, partially due to a copyright dispute with the Yardbirds' former bassist, apparently. Question 9, who's the author and screenwriter of the film The Green Mile? It is Stephen King. It was, wrote it in 1995, making it his 22nd novel. And what was Marilyn Monroe's name at birth? Question number 10, it was Norma Jean Mortensen. So hopefully you got a little bit better. Looking at here, the previous one, I think I made it a little bit too hard for Rich and Nat Barrett. They're only 4 out of 10. Sorry about that, apologies. I hope it's not proving too difficult. Let me know in the chat. Lee, sorry, no questions on e-bikes this week. We'll do that. Also in the chat, we've got Rob Hansel as well, a good friend of mine. Unfortunately, due to all this, we haven't been able to ride at the moment, so it's been a little bit of a shame, to say the least. But I've been getting out every now and again. Have you been getting out, exercising? I hope so. Right, okay, so on to sport round. Round number 3. After round number 3, we'll have a brief stop just so you can recharge your glasses. Just go and use the facilities. Go and use some of your stockpiled toilet paper and stuff. But now it's going to the sports round. So question number 1. How is soccer player Edson Arantes de Nascimento better known? How is soccer player Edson Arantes de Nascimento better known? So question number 2. What? Sorry, it's the wrong one. Which boxer influenced Muhammad Ali's inflicted Muhammad Ali's first defeat in the professional boxing? You get a bonus point if you know the year as well. Which boxer, question 2, inflicted Muhammad Ali's first defeat in professional boxing? You get a bonus point if you know the year as well. Question number 3, which country won the first ever Soccer World Cup in 1930? Which country won the first ever Soccer World Cup in 1930? Question number 4. Who ran the first ever 4-minute mile? And you get a bonus point if you know the year as well. So there's 2 extra bonus points here. So this is at the moment at 12. Who ran the first ever 4-minute mile? Bonus point for the year. Question 5. Who scored Manchester United's first ever Premiership goal? Who scored Manchester United's first ever Premiership goal? This one's for Adam. Sebastian Vettel won the Formula One World Championship in 2010, 2011, 2012 and 2013. What was the racing team that he was with at the time? Question 6. Sebastian Vettel won the Formula One World Championship in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. What team was he with? Cool. Question number 7. Which British motor racing circuit opened in 1907 and was the world's first purpose-built motor racing circuit? Which British motor racing circuit opened in 1907 and was the world's first purpose-built motor racing circuit? Question number 8. In which round was Rafa Nadal eliminated from Wimbledon in 2012? In which round was Rafael Nadal eliminated from Wimbledon in 2012? Question number 9. In what year did golfer Tiger Woods win his first ever Masters tournament? In what year did golfer Tiger Woods win his first ever Masters tournament? And question number 10. Who is the only member of the British royal family ever to have competed in a first-class tennis tournament when he entered the men's doubles event at Wimbledon in 1926? Who is the only member of the British royal family ever to have competed in a first-class tennis tournament when he entered the men's doubles in Wimbledon in 1926? Okay, that's the end of the sport round. I'll just run through the questions again quickly for you. So how is soccer player Edson Arantes de Nascimento better known? Question 2, which boxer inflicted Muhammad Ali's first defeat in professional boxing plus a bonus point for the year? Question 3, which country won the first ever Soccer World Cup in 1930? Question 4, who ran the first ever 4-minute mile? You get a bonus point for the year. Question 5, who scored Manchester United's first ever Premiership goal? Question 6, Sebastian Vettel won the Formula One World Champion in 2010, 2011, 2012 and 2013, but with which racing team was he with? Question 7, which British motor racing circuit opened in 1907 was the world's first purpose-built motor racing circuit? Question number 8, in which round was Rafa Nadal eliminated from Wimbledon in 2012? Question 9, in which year did golfer Tiger Woods win his first ever Masters tournament? And question 10, who's the only member of the British royal family ever to have competed in a first-class tennis tournament when he entered the men's doubles event at Wimbledon in 1926? So the answer to question 1 is Pele. Should be fairly straightforward. Question number 2, which boxer inflicted Muhammad Ali's first defeat in professional boxing plus a bonus point for the year? It was Joe Frazier in 1971. Question number 3, which country won the first ever Soccer World Cup in 1930? It was Uruguay, surprisingly. Question number 4, who ran the first ever 4-minute mile? Bonus point for the year, that was Roger Bannister in 1954. So 2 extra bonus points there if you got both of them. Who scored Manchester United's first ever Premiership goal? That was Mark Hughes. Sebastian Vettel won the Formula One World Championship in 2010, 11, 12 and 13 with which racing team? That was with Red Bull Racing. Which British motor racing circuit opened in 1907 was the world's first purpose-built motor racing circuit? That was Brooklands. It's now a museum for aircraft, as well as you can go around the track on Mercedes days, but a lot of it's actually disused now. But yeah. In which round was Rafa Nadal eliminated in Wimbledon 2012? That was the second round. He fell in an epic five-setter to underdog Lucas Rosol. It was a bit of a shock, that. In which year did Tiger Woods win his first ever Masters tournament? 1997. Who's the only member of the British royal family ever to have competed in a first-class tournament? When he entered the men's doubles event in 1926, it was George VI. He was, except George VI or Duke of York, Prince Albert, was a keen tennis player, entered Wimbledon with his RAF doubles partner, Wing Commander Lois Gregg. Being Wimbledon's Jubilee year, it's a high-profile event. King and George V and Queen Mary were present on the opening day to witness their son's defeat at the hands of two veteran players, both with a combined age of 110 years. So, quite some time. Good, right, we're just going to take a very quick break there for while you go and recharge your glasses, use the gents or whatever. Pop into the chat if you want, go and say hello. We've got Mungo there. Hello Mungo, I know him well. This is not going very well. Quite a few people sort of saying that it might be too difficult. Let me know, is the difficulty level a little bit too high for you? Because I can certainly make it a little bit easier. I've got Paul here saying that he's going to stick to colouring in. No, not too bad at all. Lee's asking how Rob's score is. So how are you all coping? I know I'm not going to mention this, the C word at the moment. I'm trying to bring some positivity. But yeah, I hope how you're all coping. Have you got any lockdown hacks or tricks that you're using at the moment to help you get through? Here we go. Rich and Nat Barrett, we're improving at 6. So we get 4 before, so totally loving this. Hi to everyone with a heart. That's brilliant. Let's have a good look. We got Adam, 3 out of 10, awful. Got the F1 question though, thanks John. I knew you'd get that one, being a big F1 fan. So I think for me, I'm certainly not working at the moment, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm getting out on my bike into town every now and again, just for a bit of exercise, which is breaking things up. And obviously I'll be doing this bi-weekly on Sundays and on Wednesdays. You can follow us on Facebook as well. We've got a Facebook page. You might be watching it on Facebook at the moment. So it's facebook.com/the virtual quiz. Or on Twitter as well, at the virtual quiz. Instagram at the virtual quiz, although there's not too much on there at the moment. And email me if you want to say hi, or send me a message on Instagram, etc. The virtual quiz at gmail.com. And like I said, we'll be live streaming every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Good. So hope let's just zoom out here. So what else we got in the chat here? So Rob here, Rob rides the MTV on 10 so far, and that's pretty good, I guess. I'm not sure if I knew the answers. A lot of these came up as easy where I was looking them up, but they're not. Nothing's easy if you don't know the answer, do you? So Rich and Nat are saying well done to everybody so far. Cool. Great. So we'll just leave it another 30 seconds or 40 seconds or so, and then we'll get back into round number 4. Round number 4 is food and drink. I think it's should be a little bit easier from here on in. But if you could pop in the chat what the answers that you've got, and we'll see how we go. Right, great. Let's go into the next round. Right, so question number 1 then. Let me just zoom back in here. So round 4, question number 1. What is the top selling cookie or biscuit in the United States? You probably guessed that one. What is the top-selling cookie or biscuit in the United States? Question number 2. In the movie The Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy's father owned what type of restaurant? Now, if you don't know, just have a guess. There's only a certain number of restaurants that you could that it could be, couldn't it? But have a little guess at that one if you don't know. It's actually quite a funny one. So question number 3. What does the Slavic word vodka translate to in English? What does the Slavic word vodka translate to in English? Question number 4. Which cocktail was made famous by rapper Snoop Dogg in the 1990s? Which cocktail was made famous by the rapper Snoop Dogg in the 1990s? I've spelled his name right as well and everything. Question number 5. Which US state was the first ever McDonald's opened? And a bonus point if you can name the town. Which US state was the first ever McDonald's opened in? And a bonus point if you can name the town. Question 6. Bami is a traditional Jamaican bread made primarily of what? Bami is a traditional Jamaican bread made primarily of what? It's quite a tricky one, this, but if you know it, you know it. I've never had it. Question 7. Kiwi fruits are indigenous to which part of the world? Kiwi fruits are indigenous to which part of the world? Question number 8. Which candy or sweet feature prominently in the film E.T.? Which candy or sweet feature prominently in the film E.T.? Question number 9. What is the name of the scale to measure chili peppers? The heat of chili peppers. What is the name of the scale used to measure chili peppers? I love hot food, so I know this one. Sometimes my family say that food's just a hot sauce delivery method for me. Frank's or Tabasco, or that Ancona sauce. Have you had that? That's one of my favourites. I'm trying to get it at the moment. It's quite difficult. In fact, all the weirdest stuff's going out of stock. Like, I don't know, yeah, condiments is one of them. Anyway, enough from me. Right, question number 10. Shropshire blue cheese did not originate in Shropshire. Where or what town did it originate? Shropshire blue cheese did not originate in Shropshire. Where or what town did it originate? Great, so I'll just go through the questions again and then I'll give you the answers. So what is the top-selling cookie or biscuit in the United States? In the movie The Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy's father owned what type of restaurant? Question number 3, what does the Slavic word vodka translate to in English? Question number 4, which cocktail was made famous by the rapper Snoop Dogg in the 1990s? Question number 5, which US state was the first ever McDonald's opened? And a bonus point if you can name the town. Question number 6, Bami is a traditional Jamaican bread made primarily of what? Question number 7, kiwi fruit are indigenous to which part of the world? Question number 8, which candy or sweet feature prominently in the film E.T.? Question number 9, what is the name of the scale to measure chili peppers? And question number 10, Shropshire blue cheese did not originate in Shropshire. Where or what town did it originate? Cool. Right. So answer to question number 1. What's the top-selling cookie or biscuit in the United States? Oreos. I'm sure we've all had an Oreo. I don't think anybody actually eats them as Oreo, do they? They all twist them off and eat the frosting. And for some reason it's Oreos and milk. But yeah, it's Oreo. So question number 2. In the movie The Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy's father owned what type of restaurant? It was a pizza restaurant. And the slogan was, "Just a director your pizza to Daddy's Green Pizza." That was pretty good. Question number 3. What does the Slavic word vodka translate to in English? It means little water. If you drank vodka as water, I don't think you'd be feeling very well. Question number 4. Which cocktail was made famous by the rapper Snoop Dogg in the 1990s? It was gin and juice. Snoop Dogg currently holds the Guinness World Record for mixing the largest gin and juice cocktail ever, which measured in a whopping 132 gallons. I hope they didn't all drink that at once. Question number 5. Which US state was the first ever McDonald's opened? It was opened in California, San Bernardino, in 1948, later franchised in 1955. If you want a really good film to watch tonight, look up The Founder with Michael Keaton. It's on Amazon Prime. It's completely free. Well, if you pay for Amazon Prime, obviously. It's a brilliant film, but it's about basically how Ray Kroc took over from the McDonald's brothers and franchised it out. I don't think they would have been as successful if it wasn't for him, but he basically did a number on them. So it's a great film if you're looking for something to watch afterwards, and one you probably haven't heard of as well. Question number 6. Bami is traditionally Jamaican bread made primarily of what? It's cassava. It's a flatbread made of cassava flour, been around for many centuries, and it includes being consumed by the indigenous Arawaks of Jamaica. So yeah, there you go. Kiwi fruits are indigenous to which part of the world? How many people put New Zealand? They're not. They're actually indigenous to China. They were first recorded there in the 12th century during the Song dynasty. Question number 8. Which candy or sweet featured prominently in the film E.T.? It was Reese's Pieces, believe it or not. Hershey Company were the main plot device and product placement in E.T. after M&M's Mars rejected the product placement of their M&M's being in the film, so they put loads of Reese's Pieces in there. It's still around today, obviously. It's just as popular as ever, I think. It's starting to make a bit of a comeback in the UK, which is where we are as well. Question number 9. What is the name of the scale to measure chili peppers? That is the Scoville scale. I'm sure you know it if you know it. I think the highest on there is the Ghost chili. I've not had one of them, but I've had some Ghost sauce and stuff like that. Shropshire blue cheese did not originate in Shropshire. Where and what town did it originate? It originated in Scotland, in Inverness in the 1970s by the Castle Stewart Dairy, believe it or not, because they thought a cheese coming from Scotland would be too boring. So they had to call it the Shropshire blue cheese. I do love that cheese. I'm sure you do as well if you're a cheese fan at all. Brilliant, so that's the end of round 4. We just got science and tech to come back now. So hopefully you found that a little bit more straightforward, or got a few answers. What are they? Recently watched a program at McDonald's. Still can't remember the answer. Cool. Lee said that film is brilliant. Yeah, I'm a fan. Brilliant. Just one more coming in from Rob. Don't need any more eggs. I'm getting fat, not riding. So that's in response to a question about Easter eggs. How many Easter eggs did you get today? I didn't get any, but I'm not really a huge chocolate eater. I've got a whole fridge, a whole cupboard full of chocolate. So it would just be a little bit of a waste of time for me. Right, let's go on to round number 5. Let me just set this up. That's science and tech coming in for you. So, question number 1. Charles Darwin is remembered for his theory of evolution from the data which he gathered whilst on a 5-year expedition aboard which ship? Charles Darwin is remembered for his theory of evolution from the data which he gathered whilst on a 5-year expedition aboard which ship? What was the name of the ship that he was on? This is one for Rob or Apple fans. Apple's headquarters are One Apple Way in what US town or city? I'll give you a clue. It's not Silicon Valley or San Jose. I'm looking for the actual city that it's in. Apple's headquarters are in which US town? Question number 3. What is the name of the double Nobel Prize-winning scientist and famous for her work on radioactivity? What is the name of the double Nobel Prize-winning scientist and famous for her work on radioactivity? Question number 4. The molecule DNA is described as having what shape? The molecule DNA is described as having what shape? Question number 5 then. What is the largest organ in the human body? What is the largest organ in the human body? Question number 6. What was the Manhattan Project? What was the Manhattan Project? So this one hasn't quite populated probably, but it says the first person to propose a theory that the Earth rotated around the Sun was Aristarchus of Samos in the 3rd century, but who successfully revived this theory on his deathbed in 1543? We've got wide condemnation for it. I'll just read that out again. The first person to propose a theory the Earth rotated around the Sun was Aristarchus of Samos in the 3rd century before Christ, who successfully revived this theory on his deathbed in 1543. It's a bit of a long-winded way of saying who said the Earth revolved around the Sun. Question number 5. What's the largest moon of Saturn called? What is the largest moon of Saturn called? Question number 9. What is the name of the spaceship from which the final lunar landing took place, and in which year was it for a bonus point? So it was the last ever Apollo mission that went to the moon. And a bonus point if you know the answer to that, so out of 11 today. What was the name of the spaceship from which the final lunar landing took place, and in which year was it for a bonus point? And final question this evening. Bill Gates is famous for being one of the founders of Microsoft, but who is the other co-founder? Bill Gates is famous for being one of the founders of Microsoft, but who is the other co-founder? Great, so that's all the questions. Again, let me know how you found the difficulty. Hopefully it's not too difficult, and there is a few in there that you get. It's really difficult to sort of gauge exactly everybody's sort of level, but hopefully you got a few in there. So let's just go through them again. Sorry. So question number 1. Charles Darwin is remembered for his theory of evolution of the data he gathered on whilst on an expedition, 5-year expedition, aboard which ship? Number 2, Apple's headquarters are in what US town? Question number 3, what is the name of the double Nobel Prize-winning scientist famous for her work on radioactivity? Question 4, the molecule DNA is described as having which shape? Question number 5, what is the largest organ in the human body? Question number 6, what was the Manhattan Project? Question number 7, the first person to propose the theory that the Earth rotated around the Sun was Aristarchus of Samos in the 3rd century, who successfully revived this theory on his deathbed in 1543. Question 8, what's the largest moon of Saturn called? Question number 9, what was the name of the spaceship from which the final lunar landing took place, and in which year was it for a bonus point? And question number 10, Bill Gates is famous for being one of the co-founders, one of the founders of Microsoft, but who was the other co-founder? Great, so question number 1, Charles Darwin is remembered for his theory of evolution, etc., etc., etc. It was the beagle. So it's the second time we've had a beagle in this quiz. So yeah, it was called the beagle. Question number 2, Apple's headquarters are in One Apple Way. In what town? It's Cupertino. Question number 3, what's the name of the double Nobel Prize winning scientist and famous for her work on radioactivity? It was Marie Curie. Question number 4, the molecule DNA is described as having what shape? It's a double helix. Question number 5, what's the largest organ in the human body? Question number 6, what was the Manhattan Project? Sorry, what's the largest organ in the human body? It's the skin, sorry. Question, what was the Manhattan Project? Question number 6, it was a research project in World War II to develop nuclear weapons, which went on to develop the atomic bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Question number 7, the first person to propose, etc., etc. That was Nicholas Copernicus. Question number 8, largest moon of Saturn called? That's Titan. Question number 9, what was the name of the spaceship from which the final lunar landing took place and which the year was it? For a bonus point 0 out of 11, it was Apollo 17, and that was in 1972. Again, if you're looking for a Netflix recommendation, there's Apollo 11 or Neil Armstrong. They've got some great behind the scenes footage which tells you what kind of guy he was, because you don't really, well, not a lot of people know what he was like. He was actually quite a quiet, reserved guy. He certainly didn't want any of the limelight. And lost his daughter when he was really young as well, just before everything happened. So it's a really sad, but it's a really, really good story. Bill Gates is famous for being one of the founders of Microsoft, but who was the other co-founder? That was Paul Allen. I don't think he's a CEO anymore, but yeah, obviously Bill Gates is doing some great things philanthropically, if I can get that out. But great, that's the end of the quiz. Thanks so much for coming along. Get into the chat. Just let us know in the chat what you got. Did you find it too easy? Did you find it too hard? I think I might have made it quite tricky, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know what you got. Lee's basically saying there that we could do some quiz show music. I think music's a bit of a subjective one, really, isn't it, for most people? But yeah, let me know how you got on. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, we're going to be doing a stream every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Contact me on all the usual channels, Facebook. We're trying to grow the site there. So if you go across and give that a like or follow the page, I'd really appreciate that. And on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you could hit the like button if you enjoyed it, or hit the dislike button if you didn't, and hit the subscribe button as well, so you can be notified next time that we upload or stream. And if you hit the bell button, you'll get notified as well. So that's pretty much it. I think everybody was saying that it's maybe a little bit tough. I'll make the next one a little bit more kids friendly. What did so we've got Jack Sinclair in here. He's saying only got 20 poor performance. Well, it depends what everybody else got, doesn't it? So what have we got as well? We've got Robin here saying 15. I've got Rich and Nat Barrett coming in as well. What do they get? They got 19. Don't want it too easy. They love the challenge. So overall, I think it was about 15 to 19, isn't it? So yeah, thanks for giving me time. Absolutely no problem at all. This helps me as much as it helps you, because I'm not working at the moment. My job's aviation, and we're not going anywhere at the moment. So yeah, I'm filling my days by breaking up. Did you ever watch About a Boy when he said his day was broken up into different segments? That's pretty much what my life is at the moment. But this is really good fun. I really enjoy this. I love doing it at university. So yeah, we got Gareth Howe, a friend from university of mine. He says, great job. I'll turn up Alexa for next time. Yeah, I think so. 19 out of 50. Yeah, I think I've probably got this a little bit too tricky, but if you're a quizzer, you're probably enjoying it. So 19 out of 50 there for Adam as well. Let's see what else other people have come in. We've got 17. Category is on fire. And we say cheers. Robert's saying cheers, John, for a great show. It's my pleasure. No problems at all. Mungo, what did you get? If you're in the chat there, it'd be interesting to see what he got. Jackson Clare saying, very challenging quiz. Keep it up. Brilliant. No problems at all. I will. So like I say, I'll see you all next Wednesday, 8 p.m. In the meantime, I'll try and upload some other quizzes and stuff as well for you. Just some other things. So I know that everybody's quizzing like mad at the moment, and a live stream. Get involved in the chat as much as you can. Right, that's pretty much it from me. I'll see you Wednesday, 8 o'clock. In the meantime, I hope you all stay safe. I hope you're all staying well and keeping in touch with all your loved ones in this difficult time. In the meantime, thanks very much. I've been John Edwards. It's been an absolute pleasure. Like I say, if you can, just give us a like on any of those channels. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.